What's going on, peeps? It's Wrath here, hanging out today, playing some Idle Heroes. I want to thank you guys so much for coming out with me today. If you liked the video, don't forget, smash that thumbs up button to show your support. And if you haven't already, don't forget to subscribe as well. Alright guys, so yesterday, new events launched, and it's like the first time I didn't do a video like the day they launched. So whatever, I had some other stuff I had to do, so I got that done. Anyways, we've got the new events to cover. They're not super exciting, I won't lie, but there's something. There's something, so we'll talk about them. Alright, so first up, Clear Throat on the official server, which is where we are right now. There's value packs. If you want to do value packs, 100 of those tokens, that's crazy. That's a lot for 100 bucks. But anyways, that's Broken Spaces going on. That's why those are there, of course. I don't know, some people go crazy with this event. I would say if you don't have a really good boss damaging team, I'm talking Sigmund, Heartwatcher, Cruz, Bloodblade, Walter, things of that nature, you probably don't want to invest any gems on the official server into Broken Spaces because the rewards really aren't going to pan out for you if you don't have a really, really good team for boss damage. Alright, so that's the first thing up here is Broken Spaces. So I cover this every time it comes out, but if you're a new player, you don't know, you're new to the channel, something like that, we'll talk about them anyway. This one right here, the Human Ghost United, that is all gold. You get gold for every battle, you get gold when you beat it. Hellstrike, the next one over, that's going to be magic dust. That's the purple dust you use to upgrade your hero's treasure, stone, whatever it's called. Those are actually pretty useful, but you don't get a bunch of it from here. You get a decent amount, but not a lot. And the last one here, the Light Dark Union, that's actually going to be monster materials. Monster blood and chaos stones. Now, you don't get a ton of them from it, but you get an okay amount, I guess, especially once you kill the boss. You get the biggest bonus when you actually kill the boss in these. So there's that. Also, I guess it's double rewards. But as you can see, the first place person, you get 40 million gold, which isn't bad, but it's not like super game changing. 3,000 monster blood, not really super important. 1,200 chaos stones, kind of the same story. It's pretty easy to max monsters. 10,000 dust, which it's alright. I mean, like I said, it's an alright bonus. You get 2 exclusive orange artifacts, that's a huge deal, and 2 orange artifacts. If you guys don't know, on official servers, it's incredibly difficult to get exclusive or non-exclusive orange artifacts. They take a long time to get, so that's kind of the biggest incentive of placing in the top 3, but if you can check the screen here, there's people with, what, 14 billion points. 14 billion points. I'm not even close to that. I'm only top 200 for right now. I do believe it's a cluster of 10 servers that play each other. It might be less, but I think it's 10. So anyways, you're competing against 10 full servers, so unless you're like a whale who spends a lot of money, you're not probably going to be pulling a top 3 position. That's just the honest truth to it. So if you're a free-to-play player, use your free badges you get, and your best bang for your buck is always going to be in the gold area, because you can use the gold you get here to buy dust in the marketplace, and you actually get it cheaper if you just use that gold to buy the dust than to actually use your profit badges getting dust. So the gold is the best way to go. If you really are short on monster materials, I guess you can go there too. What I like to do is I like to beat the first wave of each of them, just because I was testing out some damage on that guy. That's why he's got a little bit extra out of him. But I like to beat the level 200 guys. So they're really easy to beat. You know, 5 or 6 badges can knock them out. You get that nice little reward for defeating the boss. But then once I get those finished out, I usually stick completely to the gold boss, because I like the gold. The gold's great. You need gold for almost everything in the game, so that's where I stick to. If you're free to play, this is probably where you want to spend all your profit badges, pretty much. Profit badges? What are they even called? I don't even know what their name is. Can you look at it? Challenge badges. Profit badges? I don't even know where that came from. Profit badges. No, they're challenge badges. But anyways, that's where I spend all of mine, pretty much. After I beat these two, the Hellstrike and the Light Dark Union once, I'll swap over and just hit the gold one over and over and over and over again until the end of the event. That's pretty much how I do it. You may have a different strategy. If it works for you, works for you. Militants event. These are really self-explanatory. They're not very hard. Pretty much, you just beat the bottom guy over and over again. However, if you do get pushed up high in the rank, sometimes your bottom player that you can face will no longer be somebody that you can beat. I've had that happen even recently. When I get up to about 1,400 points in the Militants challenge, or 1,400 like score, I guess, in Crystal Crown, my bottom person can have like 700,000-800,000 power. Well, I'm nowhere near that, so I can't take those people. If that becomes the case, lose a little bit until you can find a person you can beat. go ahead and attack that guy and lose, and then farm him 9 times and win. Lose, farm 9 times and win. And when you do that, it's going to help you kind of keep your score where it is. So you're not going to gain a bunch, but you're not going to lose a bunch either. And it's going to let you finish out the event without getting gridlocked by having players you can't literally beat. All right? You can also just do the throw a level 1 hero on your defense, let people farm the crap out of you, and then farm your way back up. That obviously works as well. For the Trial of the Champion, I think it's much less micromanagey to just pick somebody, lose once to them, and then beat them 9 times. Lose once, beat them 9 times. This only works on official, of course, by the way, if you didn't know that. So that's what I like to do. It's much less having to scout through people, look through what their actual lines are going to be, move your lines around. Fighting the same person over and over again, and you can guarantee a win against them, is the best way to go for me. It's very quick. I can knock out the Trial of Champion in like 10, 15 minutes, and I'm good to go. So that's what I do on official. On the private server, it doesn't really matter because you have so many, you should have so many arena tickets. You could literally lose every attack on both the Crystal Crown and the Trial of Champion and still complete the event. So it's really not that bad. As for the rewards, as always, you get some super chips and the exclusive red artifact for doing the Crystal Crown League, plus 1,000 gems. That's nice. 1,000 gems, always good. Super chips on official are pretty much butt crack. I'm not going to lie about things. They're not that great. But the exclusive red artifact, very handy, especially since it's so hard to get orange artifacts. You're likely going to use a lot of exclusive reds on official for a very long time. Okay, that's pretty much how it goes. When you move to the Trial of Champion, your rewards swap over to Profit Orbs, so you actually get 5 Profit Orbs, which is great. It's 4,000, or not 4,000, it's 2,000 gems worth of Profit Orbs. Hot. Not to mention, well, 2,250-ish, whatever. You also get more gems. So you're pulling a good 2,000 gems from the Trial of the Champion, which is great, awesome, definitely worth buying those arena tickets before the Trial of Champion hits, so you can get those gems. The hero reward this time is, I'm not going to lie, it's pretty meh. Ormus isn't really all that great. As someone who has him 10-starred, I'm 100% sure of this. Vesa is still better than the Aspen Dungeon at 9-star than my 10-star Ormus is, but he's not a bad backup, and he does have a really solid heal, so he has his uses, but he's really not super god in my opinion at all. So, not really great there. The avatar looks kind of cool. I don't know if there's like a deer with, I don't know, something coming out the side of his face. Anyways, doesn't look bad. Doesn't look bad. I'll get it, of course. That's what you do. You always finish Militants event. It's one of the easiest events to finish. And then you got the Tavern quests. These are easy. All right, let's be honest. The 4-star, the 5-star, shouldn't be any issue. Every day, come in, re-roll your Tavern quests until you get 4- and 5-star missions, and then complete them. The 6 stars and the 7 stars, that's where things get tricky, and that's where you need to be saving up quests before the event actually launches. We're going to jump over there and do that right now. Actually, we'll talk about the rewards real quick first, right? Because I don't want to skip that. So you get super chips through the first 3, which isn't super great, like I said. 6 super chips, whoop-de-freaking do. Not that great. It's not terrible. I mean, of course, it's going to give you something for free in the super wheel, so that's nice. But they're just really not all that amazing. You're much better off. The heroic scrolls feel much better to get. The profit orbs, obviously the same way. You get 5 scrolls, and I believe you get, 12, 14 profit orbs. That's great. I need profit orbs. Not even close to the event yet, so need to get to 120 ASAP. But also, once you do the 7-star quest, you get the 5-star hero. I don't ever pull that out until heroic miracles come around, but it's always nice to have those sitting on your, in the back burner. If you're new to a server, you got your first, I think you have to have a 6-star hero before you can even find these missions. I'm pretty sure I heard that somewhere, and it makes sense because you can't actually complete them without a 6-star. I could be wrong. But either way, you can't complete them without a 6-star hero anyways, whatever. It might be nice to get that 5-star hero early if you're really new to the server and actually go ahead and pull it out and start using it to make a little more progress. That's fine. All right, so let's jump over to the tavern. Here's the thing. I've got a lot of missions. I've got 26 missions done here. As you can see, all 4- and 5-star missions here. I got a 6-star there, 6-star, 6-star, 7-star, a couple more 6 stars. So I've got all the 6-star missions I need to complete the 6 stars, but I'm 1 7-star mission short. Now, last time, I went ahead and pulled it out because usually I can get another 7-star mission before the event ends. Unfortunately, last time I didn't actually get it on the official server, so I ended up wasting a 7-star mission. So this time, I'm going to save that 7-star mission in the complete form all the way until the very end of the event. And if I don't pull another 7-star in the meantime, I'll just leave it locked away for the next one, because that's the best way to do it. You don't want to waste 7-star missions because they are pretty rare. So I'm going to go ahead and pull out, I guess, we'll pull out some of these 6-star missions. Un, two. I'm going to leave 1 finished because you only need 4 for an event. There we go, and I think this is 4 right there. Boom, that should be done. And I can grab all this stuff off camera. I've got 22 of them sitting here finished. If you guys don't know, when you complete events, if you don't actually pull them out, they just stay here and you get your new events every day, your new quests every day. If you just leave them like locked but don't actually complete the mission, it won't let you get new missions, or it didn't used to. I haven't tried it in a while because I always complete them anyways. There's no reason not to now that there's no power requirement. So, little tidbit there. Also, before we go, mail, give me that 3 of the super chips and some profit orders. What are we looking at orb-wise? 56. Not bad. Not great either, but we're doing okay. One thing I wanted to touch on before we hopped out of here is the Militants event. That's going to be the Trial of the Champion that I'm going to talk about first. All right, pretty much only. It's the only one that really matters. I see this mistake all the time on people's defense. We're missing somebody. Always check your lineups. Do we have another Abyss hanging out somewhere? Can swap you up there. How about that? How about that? And we'll put you an Abyss down there. All right, so here's the thing. As you can see, none of my teams on this are all level 1 heroes. I see this all the time in the Trial of Champion. It's the worst thing you can possibly do, pretty much. You want to spread your teams out so they're kind of evenly powered, and as you see, the first 2 deals up here, the first 2 of my lineups, both have a monster on them. What that does is it makes a person that's going to attack you, it makes them question which monster is your strong monster. They don't know if you're using the snake is your main or the dragon is your main monster. If they hit you and they pick the wrong one, it can easily make you win that defense and then lose the attack. So it makes them question what you have, and also if you put your heroes like this, where it's not all like your best lineup, then a weak lineup and a weak lineup, it makes it harder for somebody to just walk through and farm you down because they've actually got to think about where they're going to move their heroes to attack you. You know what I'm saying? So I see it all the time. People using a level 1, like a whole line of level 1 heroes. That's a guaranteed win for me. I can drop 1 level 100 hero against that line and beat it, and I can use my entire best attack army to fight your weakest line that you have left and guarantee a win against you pretty much 90% of the time. So don't do that. Make sure you're spreading your defense out so it's not all in one spot. You know what I'm saying? If you see somebody with a massive strong line with their best monster on it, you can guarantee their hidden line isn't very strong. So you just run a weak line against their level 1s and your strongest line against that invisible line, and you're almost guaranteed to win, unless sometimes you use that like that flame strike cheese. That can bite you in the butt sometimes. But usually that's the best way to go. So that's a little tip for your defense. Do not do the level 1 line of heroes. I see it all the time. It's a horrible mistake, and it's so easy to beat you when you do that. All right? As for the monsters, always activate a second monster so people will guess which monster is your best one. Don't make it easy on people. Make them think about it. All right? So there you go, guys. That's my little tip for the Trial of the Champion. Don't be an easy guy to beat because it's not going to help your rankings at all. There you go, though. I think it's pretty much everything about the events I'm going to cover. Right? Broken Spaces. Pretty much covered it. Milton's event. Covered it. Tavern Quest. Covered it. It's not hard. So there we go. We'll get all these missions pulled out off camera. But that's the new events, a day old now. Some tips about completing them and stuff like that. So I hope you guys enjoyed it. If you liked the video, please make sure to smash that thumbs up button and show your support. If you haven't already, don't forget to subscribe as well. And tell your friends about it because that definitely helps me out a lot. And I will see you guys in the next one.